Testing 3, 2, 1. Oh yes, it's important for the mics to be up and on when you're talking and recording.
Hello.
Hey team, welcome to Around the Mic. A little bit of bonus content. Mike's making the around the mic gesture right now.
Orbiting the mic.
Orbiting the mic.
On SoJO 1049. Probably going to be a short podcast today because I'm a little under the weather still, and I don't know how long my voice is going to hold up.
Ooh.
Sorry.
That's why she really needed that tea that she left at home.
And that's why I sound like Alec Baldwin after like 9 o'clock.
Oh, you're
Now
totally
that you
making
say
your
that.
voice deeper on purpose.
I don't think so. Are you?
Yes.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either, but it's weird.
So at the end of a day, when I've been talking like this all day, I definitely sound like the actress Kathleen Turner after she's smoked an entire pack of cigarettes.
I always wish I had a deeper voice. Like, my voice isn't high to begin with, but
Yeah.
I've always wanted a deeper voice.
You got a nice voice.
want
We're going to
deep.
use them today. Spring, you'll appreciate this opening topic.
Ready.
So New York Metro system is now going to stop using the term ladies and gentlemen when addressing riders.
Oh, God.
They're going to then instead switch to attention passengers, attention riders,
Attention humans.
so as to not offend or exclude those who may be gender neutral
That-
or transgender.
It's all fine and dandy, but they need to fix the other subway problems first before they change the gender names for it. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the closing doors. Doom, doom.
So I actually like the I just like the sound of like attention passengers. Like it sounds very friendly.
It does.
But I guess my question is in a world of, you know, being more acceptive of LGBTQ,
Right.
transgender, gender neutral, you know, dressing spaces and bathrooms and all. Is it time for society to do away with the ladies versus gentlemen and just make it like something like that where you're addressing diners or concert goers and not saying ladies and particularly gentlemen?
I don't like generalizations like that. I like being labeled as something. So I just like the ladies and gentlemen because it's very old Hollywood. Like, it still upsets me to this day that there's no longer actresses. It's female actors, male actors.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. I still miss the whole title of it.
Where does it end?
That too. Like, I'm okay with the pronouns. The pronouns I can live with as long as you tell me what pronoun you would like me to use.
Beep. Attention, earthlings.
Right.
Attention.
Human beings.
Human
upright
beings.
humans.
Yes, exactly.
Because I'm all about being inclusive, but there has to be...
But how is saying ladies and gentlemen exclusive?
Because there's some people who don't identify with either.
But isn't it? Listen,
But
when
most,
I,
So
but
just assume that it's for
but
both of
most
you?
don't. So the minority in society has to cater to what the majority does. That's just the way we work as a society.
yeah.
And that's where I think it's, I mean, hey, if you want to make that change, I think it's ridiculous. But, hey, knock yourself out, I guess. But I don't see a need for it.
So when I hear something come over a loudspeaker that says,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, I perk up because I feel like, oh, someone's giving me the benefit of the doubt.
And
Then
it's-
maybe I might be one.
Exactly.
could
Like,
be
oh,
lady.
it's so proper.
So it's almost kind of a term of endearment.
Right.
Like if a man identifies as a woman, maybe he feels like a lady.
Which is true, usually.
Maybe Chaz Bono now feels like a gentleman.
Chaz Bone does feel like
It's
a
not
gentleman.
calling you men and women.
Right.
Please let me have your attention. It's saying ladies and gentlemen. So I read this the other day. I thought it was really interesting. And as a New Yorker, Spring, I thought
I just think it's interesting, but as a New Yorker, they need to fix the train delays and all these other problems first before appealing to everything else.
Why can't they be more like the Japanese with their trains?
Yeah, we read a story earlier that the Japanese apologized to its riders for being 20 seconds early on Tuesday. No one noticed that they arrived 20 seconds earlier.
Oh,
New
they
York,
noticed.
take note of this. They apologized for it versus the train delays that New York was experiencing in the summer.
They're very, very particular. They're very proud of their exact schedule
Right.
with the trains being exactly on time to the second.
This is bad for me. Can I tell you why?
Why?
I think I want to like retire in Tokyo.
I totally would.
I think I decided that I want to go work in a cat cafe.
After Shoshana and girls came back with a wonderful experience, I'm like, I totally want to go to Tokyo.
Me too. I want to have a pedicure with leeches. Absolutely. But
that sounds a little painful.
If they are a too punctual society, I'll fail. I'll fail.
I mean, they do nap during the workday.
I know. In their micro units.
They're just winning at everything.
Oh my gosh,
they're winning at everything.
Well, except war, but that's okay.
Do they refer to their passengers as ladies and gentlemen?
I don't know.
We'll have the Japanese version?
No, they're very short, so they just say, welcome to the train. And they go. They get it completely.
Hurry up, get on.
Attention, get on. Let's go. Out. No addressing anyone.
I don't know what the Japanese word for move is.
Like usher it.
It's a train. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Get on the train.
Which is also true. It's a train. You know what to do.
back to the whole New York thing. Why do they have to say anything?
I don't know. There's only so many options. You either get on the train or you don't.
It cracks me up with these people on their voicemail message. Nowadays, hi, you've reached so and so. Please leave a message. We've been doing this for 30 years now. We know how.
But I still like
works.
Personalized voicemails.
Oh my
versus
gosh.
You've reached
I know.
this. I'm like, I know I reached this. I like the hey, it's spring. Leave a message. Bye.
My voicemail, if you call my office line, you hang up before you get through the greeting.
Really?
I don't know. Can we?
I have my cell phone.
I wonder who's going to answer. Would it be something if we call?
I will leave this building.
What?
It's so long and drawn out.
Voicemails sound like. See,
Spring calling it.
this is a chance for you to shorten your message, Heather. Listening to this right
Also,
now.
how many rings? Like, I need to shorten the number of rings.
Attention. People listening now.
They can call 609-910-5227.
The Mike Show 609-510.
No, that's the Santa hotline.
No, it's not.
What?
Hi, you've reached the voicemail of Heather DeLuca, brand manager and midday host, WSJO-FM Atlantic City, SoJO 1049. I will be out of the office Thursday, November 2nd, returning Friday, November 3rd. Music call times are Thursdays, 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be available by email on Thursday, November 2nd, heather.deluca@townsquaremedia.com, and will return your message as soon as possible.
Are you reading your business
Thanks and have a great day.
Please leave a message at the tone.
Hi, Heather. It's Mike. I forgot what my message is.
But I actually feel her pain because at my old job, they used me to set up the voicemail every single time. Like, oh, Spring, you work in radio, right? Go ahead, do the voicemail.
I know.
And the voicemail itself gave every promotion we were offering. So by the time someone actually got to to leave a message, they gave up and hung up.
I used to have a salon that did that before it got to the prompts that said, press 1 if you want to make an appointment, press 2 to reach salon coordinator. It'd be like, fall is here.
Yep.
Treat yourself to a pumpkin facial or a cranberry scrub pedicure. And I'm like,
I'm just trying to call.
And I'm sitting there, like I could press 1, but I can't remember if 1 is for the appointment line or this. So then I wait through it anyway. Yeah, that's pretty long. It's also outdated.
You know what's also disconcerting is whenever you call and you get the message that we are experiencing high call volume right now.
Please stay on the line. Your call is important to us.
Well,
your wait time is approximately 135 minutes.
There was a phone number that called me every single day.
You must have been calling our health insurance.
Yeah, right. At 9 a.m. every single day and left me a voicemail. So I'm like, oh, God, okay, I'll call you back. I called them back and they said, we're experiencing high wait volume. We'll get soon to you, whatever. And it was only a minute to wait. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll stay on the line. And then again, it restarted.
Yes.
And it restarted.
Yes.
And I'm like, am I on prank? Punk? What is this? So I called the next day and it happened again. And it was for a bill I had to pay, which I'm not even sure if it's a real bill I have to pay.
Did you stick it out to see how long did you eventually stick it out?
No, I don't have patience.
It's
The minute the third time happened, I was like, yeah, no,
It's
forget
the
that.
phone version of being at Six Flags or at Disney World, and wait from this point in line is 3 hours.
Yes.
That's why I don't ever want to go to Disney World unless I have a child and a fast pass.
You don't even want to.
You don't need the kid. You just need the fast pass.
I need the kid in order to relax and just like be a good parent and not like freak out.
Oh, you think the child would make you more patient while standing in line?
Yes.
Mike, how did that go?
It was like
I'm hoping I
it
won't make a scene.
was one of Dante's rings of hell. But I mean that in the best way possible.
I
Right.
our parent company is not Disney. You can say whatever you want.
No, the fast
about them.
passes do make a difference because I just don't like standing in line. In
I
general.
felt they did at Universal. I didn't feel like it was worth a damn at Disney.
Universal's lines weren't too bad, from what I remember.
The fast pass, as soon as like you got that, and it was like your wait time is like 5 minutes, and people were in line in the standard line for like 2 hours for like the Spider-Man ride or Harry
Or
Potter.
they assign
land.
times, don't they?
I think they assign times at Disney World, right? They say
Right.
come back at
come
like
back,
1:45.
Which that's always a bummer because
Yeah.
what if you want to do it now and you had a fast pass for something else?
But they
around
may
the same
tell
time?
you at 1:45 to come back, but they've also told several hundred people making your wait time still like an hour. It just is making an appointment to get on the ride.
I'm just
That's
gonna
how
say,
I felt about it.
And this, I don't even mean this to be messed up, but I did benefit from it greatly when we went to Hershey Park. Was it Hershey Park? Yes. My uncle-in-law has he's fine, but he has some sort of disability that you can't actually see, but he's mostly fine. Like it was a disability, I guess, that he had when he was younger, and he still has the card. Thanks to him, we got on all the rides with no problem.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. I had some friends from Denmark visiting.
Yeah.
And Klaus twisted his ankle the day before we were going to Six Flags, and so we had to take him to the doctor, and he was on crutches. And so as we're going into the park, the ticket person says, "Oh, you need a handicap pass," and he's like, "No, I'm fine." And he goes, "No. That way you get go in through the exit."
That was nice of that person
Just
to like.
just take it.
You don't have to wait, and you get to ride 2 times.
Yeah, with no problem.
Yeah.
With no problem. And there was
And-
5 of us. No problem. We were able to go
Boy,
in.
does
That's
that anger the people standing in line.
Oh, yeah, I
when
know.
They ask you, would you like to ride again? We're like, yeah, we think
I
we
felt
do.
like a celebrity. I was like, I would like to ride again. Thank you. Kept walking.
Oh my gosh.
We had to run for our lives when you get off. Well,
yes,
Klaus had to hobble for his life.
people are yelling at you and like hunting you down. That's
He did.
hilarious. Klaus, without an E on the end, right? Because that would be Claus.
It's a very
Correct.
sexy name, too.
Yeah.
I love that name.
I'm trying to get over 2 things. That Mike knows people in Denmark,
I'm not surprised by
and
this.
that he knows a person named Klaus.
Klaus Buchwald. He's a pilot in Denmark.
Is that the person in your phone that says pilot, like my friend's a pilot or something?
No, that's a different pilot friend. I have a different pilot friend who's American and lives in Mays Landing. He
Wow.
flies Falcon jets. He flies millionaire people.
Right. That's
Yeah.
cool. But his contact name in Mike's phone is hilarious.
It's the pilot.
Did you meet
Literally.
the people you know in Denmark from when you were in Iceland?
No.
Where did you meet them?
I met them.
How do you find people from Denmark?
Right.
Yeah, people find people.
Don't make it sound like that's normal.
But there are millions of people in Denmark.
Is there like an app for meeting people from new cities that you don't want to like sleep with? You just like want to make new friends in a city?
Or you could
Tinder.
travel. Or
You
you
put
could,
They're
Tinder
not
and
Tinder.
just you make sure in your bio, I don't want to sleep with you. I'm looking for friends.
or you could just visit that city and
There's
And
also
talk to people?
Bumble
Go to
has a feature that
talk
has a
to
friend
people.
finder.
Hi.
Yeah, why
No good
not?
bar around here? Yeah, sure. Come on.
And just make sure you don't get looped into any crazy human trafficking.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I think now that I'm middle-aged and like 5 pounds heavier, my chances of being kidnapped and
What?
trafficked have gone down. So I feel pretty safe now.
I don't feel safe whatsoever.
I'm gonna get maybe like I think my chances of like being killed by a terrorist maybe go up.
I feel fine. I'm cool.
I don't. I have been so paranoid lately. It's really bad.
I got people in different countries I can call if I need them.
Okay, Liam Neeson.
But I was gonna say like mercenaries,
I have
like
people I can
vigilantes.
Like, what in the world?
Very certain set of contacts that you can call.
Are you in the CIA?
No.
I'm telling you, Mike is a spy.
He could be. How do we know?
He gets
This could
random
be-
calls with no caller ID.
This
Wrong
could
numbers.
completely be
Telemarketers.
like True Lies
Deflecting.
with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's just this.
Never heard of him. Don't know
This
him.
radio thing is just
A cover up.
his normal life.
Right. Is that
And-
why you grow a beard occasionally?
Wait,
No,
and
it's just 'cause it's
what's the name of your bar
what?
at your house? What's the name of your bar? Does it have a name?
No,
Yes, it does.
not officially.
Okay. Well, maybe it's not
Yeah, because
really.
someone's going to put it into
Maybe-
Google Maps
Yeah.
to try to
Oh,
find
I'm
it.
sorry.
Actually, it does pop up.
Does it really?
Yeah,
You can find it on Google Maps. Anyway,
and you can check.
I don't
well,
think it's
anyway.
really a bar. I think maybe it's
So
his,
it's a
like
missile silo.
it.
Oh my God.
No, I think maybe the bar flips open like in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and there's like
Right.
guns.
I believe
And-
it.
I mean, think about it. He was born in Germany. He's lived all over the country.
Millions of people are born in Germany.
Yes, but it just adds to the point that you are probably a spy.
Oh
If anyone could be, it would be him.
no, I
And he
do.
is really obsessed with Homeland.
I do have.
He is really obsessed with Homeland.
That's a good show, and I can't wait for the next season. I do have a doctor friend of mine in Key West who is convinced that I am a vampire.
I could see that.
Just because I'm pasty white, I'm always covered up.
It's a little messed up.
I like my theory. It's more plausible.
Yeah.
But he could also be Vincent Van Gogh. He has an obsession with him.
He-
Talks about him pretty often.
He paints just like him.
And you look pretty similar right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Are you Vincent?
Are you Vincent Van Gogh?
And you correct us
Vincent-
when we say it incorrectly.
Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh, the CIA agent.
What was the other theory we had 2 weeks ago? Oh, that you also created Slender Man.
Is that?
Yes. Especially because his son dressed up as Slender Man for
Right.
No,
Halloween.
he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
It's not a Slender Man
Well,
outfit.
I think he is.
Where'd you have your training?
Training for what?
You know for what.
For bobsledding, Lake Placid, New York. Or are we talking about something
You-
different?
Uh,
Anyway.
This is all part of their training to change the topic. It's okay.
Which
I know.
he does. He
okay.
deflects a lot.
I'm not going to lie, though.
Because I'm not that interesting.
I would feel.
No,
yeah,
I think it's because you're not
most
that interested.
Asians are not very interesting until they need to be interesting.
Nah.
Yes.
That's the ones I know aren't.
And think about
mean-
it. He really like he runs because he needs to have like endurance
Right.
and strength, like to be able
Yeah,
to like
why
take
do you
out
run
some.
so much?
And
I
he
know
stays
it's suspicious, isn't it?
he stays pale so he
you
can
enjoy
go
it?
back to Europe and like blend in.
Oh my God. I'm still having at the running.
You're
Why
with
do
the
you run?
you're with the wrong people because Spring and I can go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories for days.
Could you imagine I write a whole piece and post it on like some dark web and
Dark
someone,
web. Post it to
But but then
SoJo1049.com.
we blog about it on SoJo and then everyone's like, "Oh my God."
Mike's a spy.
I don't know if we can
Right.
post this somewhere underneath this podcast, but I don't know why Spring thinks I have a resemblance to Vincent Van Gogh.
Yeah, I don't know why she
right.
thinks that at
not
all.
Not even the slightest
Yeah.
idea why.
I remember
you
being
vampire.
I remember being at the Metropolitan Museum of Art the first time that I went there. This was not that long ago, and I was the self-portrait of
Right.
Vincent, and Mike has a painting like a self-portrait of himself that looks exactly like it. And I took a picture of it. And I was texting him. I was
Vampire.
like, "Yeah, like this is ridiculous."
Vampire. That's it.
Maybe related.
Unlikely.
Somehow related. Did you ever do an
Oh.
Ancestry DNA?
No, I haven't done that.
Maybe you should.
I've heard,
We should all do that.
I've heard mixed. Can we expense it? I'll do it if we can.
Can we
expense it.
expense?
We can try.
We could try to push it through.
No, I'll write Ancestry.com and tell them we would like to have 3 media kits because we want to
Oh, I
promote
see.
your products.
Yeah, sure, I'd do that.
All right, let's try
There
it.
you
Okay. I can't do much more, but I know Spring wanted to address a certain gentleman since we moved way off our topic of the ladies and gentlemen
No,
to
we're right on topic. We planned this.
to
Of course we have.
people's
Everything's planned.
2017 Sexiest Man Alive.
Blake Shelton.
Hot.
No,
You know he's not. This is supposed to be the sexiest man alive. Like when I go to sleep at night, I'm going to fantasize. This is the man I'm going to dream about. I don't dream about Blake Shelton.
I've never seen him without a shirt.
There's a reason.
Yeah, because he's soft.
Just
He's
Like,
like
soft men.
doughy.
Soft men can be sexy,
I'm not
but
saying
not
that
the
they can't.
sexiest man alive. Absolutely not.
What if we were saying the same thing about the sexiest woman alive?
Who was it? Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
For like
What
the
if-
12th time.
What if we
What if
were
they pick
slamming
the
her?
like
See,
the woman from This Is Us, the actress on This
people
Is
would
Us,
get
or
upset if we talked about
like
you know,
Adele or
the,
something?
the sexiest woman winner, as opposed to the sexiest guy winner.
I
Okay.
didn't create the contest.
So if it was
Don't
like
shoot the messenger.
If it was like a bigger dude, either way, Blake Shelton has no sex appeal.
And look up the definition of sexy in the dictionary. I didn't invent that word, and I didn't make this contest.
the definition of
I'm
sexy?
just
Sexy.
simply providing an editorial.
You don't find him sexy.
No.
He's charming. He's funny.
Do you find those
He's
attributes sexy?
Adorable. They can be, but I
Are
can
we
give
just
you
shallowly going
a
on
list.
looks?
Oh yes,
I'm
I am
shallowly
shallowly going on looks.
Because I have no problem with that.
I can think of about 58 people.
Top three.
That-
Top three.
John Hamm, Leonardo DiCaprio, what's his name, son? Scott Eastwood.
Okay. Apparently, Spring has thought about this more than Heather has.
I like this. Well, I
Top
was
three.
fascinated.
Three more.
I totally agree with the Scott Eastwood thing.
Yeah, total babe.
Why is he not more of a thing, Scott Eastwood?
I don't know.
He
was in a movie last year. I know that.
Can he act okay?
I don't know.
He's a good-looking guy.
I mean, him can get him out as actor when he looks like that.
Yeah, I think he can act. He hasn't been in much, so I don't think he's got a hot
Yeah.
a hot enough profile.
My God, he's got his Clint
He's
Eastwood.
an Eastwood.
Write that on the application for something.
Doesn't mean you're
Come
a good actor.
on, you get.
Okay, my top three:
Why am I having to sell him so much? I should be
don't
his agent,
know. I
don't know.
not his agent,
Ryan
or any other
You're
kind
also
of
not a
agent.
vampire either, but moving
Ryan
on.
Reynolds.
Or CIA agent.
Okay,
Ryan Reynolds, Adam Levine.
of course.
Yeah.
She's pulling on her
let's go back,
sweater to get
Let's go
more
back to
air.
Ryan Reynolds now. So Blake Shelton is not as normal as Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds is not as normal as Blake Shelton.
Ryan Reynolds in no way, shape, or form is normal. Have you seen the
This
Deadpool teasers?
This contest is not called People's Most Normal Man Alive.
But I think Blake Shelton was named sexiest because he's normal sexy.
Okay, so
I
right
think.
now he's like, yes, America's sweetheart. He's the guy that got Gwen, right? And he's
Why does that make him sexy?
I don't know because if
Because
she
Gavin
finds him sexy,
Rossdale was her ex-husband? Because
if
that's a hot man.
she finds him sexy, then he must be.
Absolutely not.
He's just kind of like this big burly like teddy bear. Like that's how I look at him. I don't look at him and want to like.
Exactly, and that's what the definition of
I want
sexy is.
everybody to picture Blake Shelton that way right now.
I can't. Ugh. Like I
I
feel
feel like
like
he would ask you during, "Is everything okay?"
Is everything all right?
Yeah, yeah. See,
like am I doing this
right?
right?
Like,
Would you like to get out the saddle?
see, no,
Would
absolutely
you?
not.
Hey Gwen, let me show you my pony.
Look,
Would you like to
My-
ride
my little pony?
My pony?
he does a weird chuckle in between. That's nice.
And like I feel like he looks like somebody whose private parts like possibly are not well groomed
Is it
or
the
smell
Southern
like
thing?
cheese.
What about?
No,
what
are you
about,
crazy?
What
Absolutely
about
not.
if we took Blake Shelton, shaved him, his
Right.
face, and
Shaved his face off or shaved his
no,
face?
just shaved his
Okay.
face, put him in a like an Armani suit or
No.
something, and told him don't talk.
Nope.
No,
Still not sexy.
it's not.
Nope.
It's not. Has nothing to do with the southern thing.
And honestly, I think the facial hair helps him.
I think
Oh really?
southern accents are actually very sexy, so that should have helped him, and it didn't for me.
Like Sam Hunt, I don't do
That's
not
the same
think
person.
He's not
I do
Southern.
not think that he
What is
can
he?
sing.
He's English.
Nuh-uh.
No, he's not.
Sam Hunt.
Sam Hunt.
Who am I
Who's your
thinking
Sam
of?
Smith.
That's who I'm
Oh,
thinking
definitely
of.
not Sam Smith for me either.
And definitely
Ew.
not sexy.
Ew.
Oh my god, like so cute though. Like come be my BF, but
Yes,
definitely not
exactly.
He's got a
But
lot of baggage.
Sam Hunt, wow.
sexy. Rare. And
Two albums of baggage.
so this is the definition of sexy. If somebody can stand there and just look
like for
juicy
instance,
without saying a word, like Sam Hunt.
yes,
I don't care if he ever speaks or sings. Just be there.
that's me for John Hamm. Like if John Hamm, I swear, if John Hamm just stands there and just says, like the cigarette, I'll find every lighter I can just to make sure he has a smoke.
Spring will rub sticks together.
Anything for John. Ooh,
Spring.
Can we?
I feel like he's like she's got to take the scarf off.
Scarf
She's
off.
overheating.
He's hot.
He's a chump. He looks like he would be like a total chump.
He looks like the guy who totally just lays there because he knows he has a big one and just like, all right, I'm going to let you do it. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because it's John Hamm.
Wow.
Like, might watch
yes,
Mad Men all over again.
This is a very one-way conversation. I apologize if it's sexualizing men. I apologize if there's a double standard here. It's not the time for that. I get it, but I didn't make the contest.
Well,
I didn't create People's Sexiest Man Alive. I'm simply offering commentary on it. And
who was
Blake
Sexiest
Shelton,
Woman Alive for 2017? Let's look it up.
Yeah, they do a
Jennifer
woman.
Aniston.
Really?
Oh,
Which,
wait a minute.
Which wrong?
That's Esquire.
That would
Esquire
be
probably has it right.
Jennifer Lopez.
We
Excuse
need,
me.
or people needs to have a rule where you can. It's one and done. You can only be the sexiest
Yes.
once.
Yeah, like George Clooney's been it like 5 times.
Come
Brad Pitt's in the Hall of Fame for that.
Come on. There's
Has
plenty.
People magazine not named their sexiest woman? Oh, no. They have most beautiful. Oh, how
Yeah,
nice.
they don't call it sexy. They call it most beautiful.
Well, that went to Julia Roberts.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And okay, well maybe I don't have a double
For a
standard 'cause
record
I don't
fifth
agree.
time.
I don't agree.
I love Julia Roberts. It's not a secret. She should not have been the winner. Like, absolutely not. So to make the conversation more for Mike, who would you have chosen?
Most beautiful
No, sexiest man.
or sexiest man?
Yeah.
Oh, both. Go for it.
Let's see
Man
here.
first.
Let's see here. Who's
Like, who do you have a man crush on? Everyone has one.
my men crush are weird because they're usually like international.
Who was
or
that soccer
European
player you
types.
told me yesterday?
One of
The
them,
coach?
Zinedine Zidane, former Real Madrid soccer player, and he's the head coach for Real Madrid now.
Okay.
Zidane, Zidane. Google him, ladies. Guy looks like RoboCop.
As we speak. Hold on one second. This is him. In this picture, he looks a little bit like Mr. Clean, but very attractive.
He looks better when he doesn't smile. There's that. Yeah, there you go. That's a bad dude right
my
there.
gosh.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
About it.
Oh my gosh, this picture, he looks so scary.
I know.
Into it.
Look at this.
Yeah, look at that. He looks like a statue. Looks like some type of a monument.
Like he could have been a Greek god.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, I watch a lot of soccer, and lately I'm just top of my head. There's a soccer player from Italy. His name is Andrea Pirlo, Pirlo. I think he's a good-looking dude.
After you showed me him, definitely a good-looking dude.
He's got too much hair. Too much
He does have a
facial
lot of
hair.
yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't had a soccer star
Do an image
be sexiest man.
Oh my gosh, he is. I don't know. He
Did you
looks.
say too much facial hair?
Yeah, he looks like Jesus a little.
He's very sweaty because he's playing soccer. But
Spring, look him up. He like literally
Oh.
looks like Jesus's facial features.
Oh, I've seen him, and he's hot. I like dudes that look like Jesus, which sounds so wrong. But
I think we'll end right there.
and so
as my mom is listening, so good that she took Catholic school very seriously.
I covered the whole male palette there. I go from
Yes.
the very bald, clean-shaven
Yes.
Zinedine Zidane to the very hairy
But-
Andrea Pirlo.
What is the one thing they all have in common? Abs. Something Blake Shelton does not have.
Thank you. Yes.
And we end it there.
Okay. Who's the sexiest man alive? Let us know your opinion. What about ladies and gentlemen? Have we, as a society, moved past needing those labels? Let us know. Thanks so much for checking out our podcast, Around the Mic on SoJO 1049. If you like it, give us a good rating. Share it. Tell your friends. We appreciate you tuning in. Mike Richmond and
Thank you.
Social Spring Gonzalez can be heard weekdays,
Thank you.
5:30 to 10 on the Mike Show.
Thank you.
I'm Heather DeLuca. We'll talk to you next week
Thank
on
you.
Around the Mic.
There they go.
All
Look
right.
at him.
Okay. Okay.
Wave bye-bye. There they go.